we couldn't do a fantasy special without including some of the classic fantasy fare, like swords and shields.
And magic and cultists.
Dark gods and giant snakes.
Yes, and luckily, we managed to find a title that contains all of the above.
Indeed.
Which is fantastic. Red Sonja, She-Devil with a Sword, Volume 1. Now, I mean, for God's sake, the sword, the shield, and the giant snake are all on the cover.
Indeed it is, including also Red Sonja's iconic costume, highly impractical chainmail bikini.
Yes, well, come on, let's call
Get
a
it out
spade a
there,
spade
in the
here.
air.
That's always been an aspect of the character.
It has.
And it always has to be. You can't get rid of that.
No.
And honestly, I do think that artist Mel Ruby, he doesn't dwell on it over much.
He doesn't. He's actually pretty tasteful.
Yeah.
I think it worked out really, really well. Ruby did do a good job with that one. And the writers, Mike Carey and Michael Avon Oeming, have justified it in quite a funny way as well. And it makes sense. Apparently men don't notice the sword until it's too late.
You wouldn't, would you? I think there's a nice dry sense of humour
There is.
to the
Runs
dialogue.
through the book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially with Sonja, but with with the other characters as well.
Yeah.
And I would expect no less from these two writers.
Absolutely.
They're tried and tested guys, and I've loved their work before.
Yes.
I mean, this is just all up. It's a fun, violent ride.
Indeed it is. Now, poor Sonja has run afoul of a city full of fanatics who are all praying to this dark god, Boratna Fori, and she inadvertently, as you do, gets wrapped up in the war to overthrow their overlord, the Celestial.
Yeah, I think it's a really good setup, and it provides endless opportunities for slicing and stabbing and generalised violence.
It's awesome.
Which is really what you want from a Red Sonja story, isn't it? When all's said and done.
Yep.
I think, Ruby's done a great job, especially on the action scenes.
Yes.
There's a really nice sense of motion and impact.
Yeah, which is what I really like. It's one of my kind of things. If action scenes don't seem to have cause and effect, it annoys me.
Yeah.
In this, there is strong impact. You know what's going on, which is really useful, especially in some of the more chaotic battle scenes.
Yeah,
They can
yeah.
get a bit, whoa.
It can get a bit carried away if you don't know what's happening and who's doing what to who.
But Ruby does it
Yeah,
spot
he
on.
does.
Yep.
And I think if I have any criticisms, it would probably be on the art, but it's just that some of the faces are a little inconsistent.
Yep.
I mean, you always know who's who, so it's not even
It's
really
not
a big deal.
no, it's just occasionally the shape of a
Yeah,
face
it's a
is
bit different, or
Yep.
the features are a little bit off kilter.
Yep.
It's rare, but it's in there, so I
Yep.
felt it worth mentioning. Look, overall, I really enjoyed this one. I had good fun reading this book,
Yep.
and I think it's well worth a look. I love me a bit of hack and slash, and this book delivers it in spades.
It does.
So yeah, I'm definitely giving this one a buy.
Yeah, look, I had so much fun reading this as well. I have read a few Red Sonjas in the past, but the thing that I really liked about this book is that if you haven't, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can pick up this volume and just jump straight on in, and you're going to learn everything you need to know about Sonja and about the world that she inhabits.
yeah.
It's a really nice self-contained story, as well as the beginning of a great run.
I think so,
Which
yeah,
I think
yeah.
is really cool. And the art, it's great.
Yeah.
The action, hilariously good fun. And my favourite thing, it's got extras.
Oh, you do love your
I
bit
love
of
my
bonuses
extras.
at the
I
end.
do.
Yeah.
At the back of Red Sonja, you get a whole range of covers from all different artists, and it's wonderful to see how different artists
The different
interpret
takes, yeah.
Sonja. You got little cutesy poo Sonjas.
That was a little weird for me.
Oh, I like cutesy poo Sonja. She was
Okay,
cool.
yeah.
You got like really hardcore, scary Sonjas.
Yeah, that crossblades one.
Amazing.
That's
I
pretty
love
cool.
that
Yeah,
piece.
yeah.
And plus, there's a little dialogue between Carey and Oeming, which is really worth a read. It's quite
Yeah,
amusing.
yeah.
It's a buy from me as well. I love the Red Sonja.
Excellent.
Now, there's one person that we haven't asked.
My God, you're right.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Which is, of course, our director who's sitting down there. So,
Yes.
Ben, what is your favourite fantasy thing?
If such a thing can be
If such a
said, I
thing
know it's not
exists.
really your genre.
No, I actually don't like fantasy, but I have heard Star Wars referred to as fantasy.
That is a cop out.
I think that's cheating.
That's cheating. That's completely cheating. We're not going to force you on that one, but I'm going to put it out there. That's a
that's a
cheat.
cheat.
You people back us up,
Yeah.
because I think that's a total con.